Hello and welcome to more Vintage Cubes. Uh-oh. Wait, this isn't Vintage Cube. Let's start over. Hello and welcome to more Modern Horizons draft. Again, this is Phantom, so we won't be keeping the cards. Because Kaya's Guile is very good for Modern. I think it's pretty good in Limited, but it's not like the most busted thing. It's like an Edict plus a 1/1. It's still very good, but being two colors makes it, in my opinion, maybe worse than Factor Fiction. I like Dregscape Sliver. Any 2-drop Sliver I think is just very high value. So that's something to look out for. And then Winter's Rest is okay. And this card's also maybe good. You can make zombies and hit them for damage. But I think honestly it's between Foff and Kaya's Guile to start out with. And I think I want to just keep continuing to find out if like spending 4 mana to draw 3 cards is worth it in this format. Oh, okay, well, we first picked a Factor Fiction and then get past an Exclude. I'm pretty happy with that. A point of note, the Kankrix, I said something wrong in my second draft or something. This does trigger off of other snow permanents, so it's more than just lands. This card's way better than I thought it was, because it triggers off itself. So like if you play 2, you know, the second one you play triggers this one, and then if you have 2 in play and a land mills them for 4, it's really, really good. So I like that. If I wasn't taking Exclude, there are some fun combos with Scale Up, and Splicer's skill is really busted, but this is basically Cryptic Command in Limited because most of the spells you want to counter are creature spells. So I'm kind of all about that. Dismantling Blow. Destroy an artifact or enchantment if it's kick draw 2. So for 6 mana, instant speed, you can like kill... There aren't that many artifacts or enchantments. You could probably kill one of their like signets. I always call them signets, but the 2 mana artifacts. So that's something, but it puts us into white. We could just take... Kite can hit for 3 damage a turn, but we'd have to be drawing cards on our main phase, which I'm not in love with. Irregular Cohort is just good in general, and then Winter's Rest is just good removal. I think I'm okay with Winter's Rest. I don't need these creatures. This seems powerful, but I'm not super sold on it. I'm just going to take the 2 mana removal. Helps with our curve too. Now we can follow that up with Snow-Covered Island. Just trying to get a feel for what's open. Not in love with some of these cards. I mean, that's kind of a late sliver. Venomous Changeling is probably the best card here, I think. It's a shapeshifter, so it goes in all the creature decks, and it has Death Touch, which is kind of nice. Reprobation is good, but it is pretty bad against like ninjutsu and stuff, because they just bounce their creature to play. So I'm just going to take the island. I don't know, is mono blue a thing that exists in this format? I guess we'll find out. Okay, so that is a lot of scale ups. That is, I've seen so many. I mean, Scale Up is really good. If you go turn 1 creature, turn 2 Scale Up, like that's 6 damage. I kind of want to take Prohibit. Again, we look to be pretty controlling, and with Factor Fiction, we kind of want to have some type of counterspells, so Prohibit's a good way to interact early. Okay, so Collected Conjuring, not really great. If this said instant or sorcery, it would be awesome, but it doesn't, so it's not that good. I think it's up for us to decide between whether we want a Kankrix or a Phantom Ninja. I kind of want to take the Kankrix. If the other ones come around, we can kind of get there, right? Like, Ninja's great. Ninja's very good with ninjutsu and stuff. And it is a ninja. I feel like this is a better card. I'll take the better card. I feel like counterspells go better in the ninjutsu deck. Now I kind of regret it because we just got past like a Chiller Pillar. Ooh, Chiller Pillar requires 2 snow sources though. That's kind of rough. I'm not in love with Force of Negation. It's like kind of a very expensive negate. So I'm just going to take Chiller Pillar. I don't think Trophy Mage is that good. And you can Monstrosity as an instant. Ooh. Wow, we get Echo of Aeon so much. Okay, so I'm not taking any of these cards except for maybe Unearth. I don't think Echo of Aeons is even that good in this deck, so I'm just going to take the Snow-Covered Swamp. It's better with Chiller Pillar. Right? Well, you never know. We're going to take the sweet card. Okay, so Winter's Rest came around. I'm going to take that. We can always pick up more snow-covered lands later on. We just have a bunch of removal. Okay, Iceberg Kankrix Wield. So I think I take that over the Plains. So we might have missed out on 1 crab, which would have been pretty solid, I think, because we're pretty incentivized to take more snow lands. Ooh, Dismantling Blow. I mean, that's a good sideboard card, but I'm just going to take the Snowland here. Red also seems to be open. That was a relatively late Lava Dart. Here I can take I don't love Reprobation. I'll take Ransack the Lab. I think that's the best card. But we're, at the moment, kind of mono blue. And then we have a random Echo of Aeons. Okay, got another snow-covered mountain. I don't think the bounce out artifacts to hands card is particularly good in limited. I think that was more for constructed than anything. Like, what is the best case scenario? You bounce like 4 of your opponent's talismans and then they just replay them? Like, it's not that great. Okay, so it just auto-picked our last 2 cards. But I feel like this card's pretty good, so seeing it late makes me think blue-red is maybe a direction we should be heading. Ooh. So, I mean, this card's pretty good. It destroys all creatures that enter the battlefield this turn. It's kind of like a fancy edict. I honestly feel like Wing Shards is probably just better than Force of Despair. You can really hit a lot of stuff with Wing Shards. And then Pyrophobia is really good. The biggest issue is that it's a sorcery, so using it as a kill spell isn't the most exciting thing, but it is a powerful card. The real question is, do we want to be, or what color do we want to be? Because we have a lot of snow-covered mountains. So we're, you know, if we want to play like the Chiller Pillar or Winter's Rest, we're incentivized to be in red. Wow, they really upped the timer. I'm going to take the red burn spell, I guess. We could try and go in for Merit Lage's Slumber. I think I'm just going to take Magmatic Sinkhole, though. Birthing Bows is also kind of nice. I would also love a Talisman of Creativity, but, you know, Magmatic Sinkhole kind of goes well with stuff like Factor Fiction. And technically combos with Echo of Aeons, but don't really love that. So, Fallen Shinobi. Oh, that's kind of good. This is a 5 mana 5/4. When it deals damage, they exile the top 2 cards and you can play either one of them without paying the mana cost. That is a very good reason to splash black. We don't have that many creatures, but it's pretty good with Phantom Ninja. And we're only missing a string of disappearances. I'm going to take this. We don't know if we're going to get there, but it is a really powerful effect. Okay, so Mirrodin Besieged. People kept saying I didn't read this. I did read it. Phyrexian says you loot at the beginning of your end step every turn. I just don't think that's good enough. Maybe I would play it, but it's a 3 mana enchantment that just kind of sits in play. And it is card disadvantaged because you have to spend a card to do it. So I think there are just better things. We can take Alpine Guide, helps fetch up snow-covered mountains. Or Spell Snuff is just another counterspell. I think I'm just going to take more counterspells. I'm kind of in for that. Kind of want to find out if the all counterspell deck is something worthwhile. Let's see. We have Ikite, Mists of Flame. We'll just take another snow-covered land. We do need a lot if we do want a Chiller Pillar. Ooh, Thundering Djinn, okay. Now blue-red is looking pretty promising. I like this card. I love Talisman. I think Throes of Chaos is basically unplayable, especially in this deck. Like, what, you hit Exclude or something? We're just going to take the good 5-drop, follow that up with... This pack's actually pretty bad for us. I don't love Smoke Shot in a deck with 4 creatures. Double Splash, Eldamari's Call. I'll just take the Talisman. If we get another Trophy Mage or something, maybe I play it. Okay, I like Reign of Revelation or Scour. Scour is better on curve, but Reign of Revelation is an instant, which kind of goes well with all of our counterspells, so I'm just going to take that. And it can put lands in the graveyard for like Magmatic Sinkhole, I guess. Wow, that is a late Llanowar Tribe. We're going to take the Phantom Ninja. Again, it's so good with Phantom Fallen Shinobi. And what's the next best pick? Like a Gluttonous Slug or the Fountain? Yeah, I'll just take the Ninja. Kind of expensive. I mean, 3 mana is a lot to spend. But we're pretty controlling. So if we could just like play this, kill their creatures, hold up counterspells, we can win the game pretty easily. Especially if we get to ninjutsu it. Kind of like the Astrolabe, and I also kind of like Ikite, but I feel like Astrolabe's better if we want to splash this Shinobi. I think Merit Lage Slumber is kind of a pipe dream. If you have 10 snow permanents in play, you should just be winning anyway. Mind Rake. I'm not going to play Cunning Evasion or that, so I'll just take Mind Rake, I guess. And now I suppose I can take Mirrodin Besieged in case I really need it, but still probably not even playing it. Fist of Flame. I feel like they decreased the timer because I'm not getting to pick my second to last card. Yeah, that's got to be a bug because it just auto-picked my last 2 cards, and my first pick, the timer seems very low, so I don't know what's going on there. Ooh, Fiery Islet. I like that. Pelshek Mons. Don't have enough goblins. I could also take another Exclude. This is hard. Double Exclude is kind of backbreaking. And the problem is this is on color mana fixing. So it's like really good, but Exclude is such a busted effect. Again, almost all the important threats are going to be creatures. So if you just have a thing that counters a creature and draws you a card, like, that's really hard to get through. I'm gonna pass this card. I think it has a much higher chance of wheeling. And if it doesn't, it's not the end of the world. Ooh, another Chiller Pillar. Tree Folk would be a good splash. And then the rest is kind of not for us. Trumpeting Herd, I think, is excellent. Every time I play against this card, it's so backbreaking, but we're just gonna take a Chiller Pillar. It's gonna be hard for us to Monstrous, but when you do, it becomes a 5/5 flyer, so that's really, really solid. And we can just prioritize snow-covered lands. Oh, never mind. We get another Thundering Shin. Gotta pass the island, but this card is busted. 5 mana 3/4 flyer that pings their creatures or their face is, yeah, hard to beat. Okay, now I think I take the land and try and wheel this Chiller Pillar. Yeah, Snow-Covered Island makes, you know, activating both of these good. And now we have a lot of uses for instant mana. Ooh, I like String of Disappearances, especially with Exclude. Bounce their creature and then counter it on the way down draw card is like a very good exchange. Here we take another Snow-Covered Island. I love this card, by the way. I love the artwork. I love the flavor. For those who don't get it, it's a white elephant gift. It would have been, the only thing that could make this card more perfect is if the elephant that it gave them was white. But I think historically elephants have been green. So that kind of makes sense. Ooh, that is a late Crypt Rats. Wow, that's a late Crypt Rats. I don't think I'm quite going to get there on the Crypt Rats. It's a very, very good card, but at most I'm going to be playing like 3 or 4 black sources, if any. So I don't think that's worth it. I don't have many creatures to sacrifice to this guy, so I'm just going to take the Hollowhead Sliver. And I don't think I play it, although a 3/2 Rummager is like not terrible, so maybe. I guess that is a combo with Thundering Djinn. Ooh, Fairy Seer. I don't love Cunning Invasion. Spinehorn Minotaur is pretty good. I don't have many ways to draw cards on my turn, actually, so I'm just going to take... I guess I only have the one of Fallen Shinobi, but I'm not going to play a Snow-Covered Plain, so... Here we can take... I mean, the Cankricks, we have 2 now, so we could mill them out. I think that's probably better than taking a Stream of Thought. The only question is, do we want a Venomous Changeling? Because if we are playing black, that's better, but I'm just going to take the Crab. Comboing off itself is kind of sweet. So we can have a 1-mana 2/2, but I think that's just worse than a 2-mana 1/2 flyer. Another Snow-Covered Island is kind of perfect. I do like Lava Dart. We do need more playables. Alright, at this point, I think I take the Dart. Yeah, because we have 22 playables, so I need to put in at least one more card. Ooh, Chiller Pillar. That's a lot of Chiller Pillars. We actually have enough snow-covered lands to kind of make it work. And somehow they're all on color, which is sweet. So that is 23 playables. Sure. Yeah, so it's just going to auto-pick the next 2 cards. I'm not getting to choose the last pick. Because this pack has 2 cards in it. And then the next pack has 1 card in it. And I'm just not getting to pick. Which is kind of unfortunate. But it's not like the last card really matters, but it's definitely a bug. Anyway, do I play Fallen Shinobi? That's the main question I have to ask myself, because I can easily just go, I don't know, something like an Ikite or Cankrix. Because Cankrix with like Winter's Rest. Oh, I forgot about Echo of Aeons. Not in love with this card. Yeah, so I'm really good I took Lava Dart there then, because Echo of Aeons is not the most playable effect. I kind of like Fairy Seer, and Talisman of Hierarchy does ramp us into our important 4-drops. So I kind of like playing that over lands, especially with how few 2-drops we have. So maybe I just do that. I play all the Chiller Pillars because they're kind of sweet. Yeah, I'm kind of on board with this. We got Spell Snuff, Double Exclude, Hollowhead Sliver can help us loot. And then, what do I play like? Okay, Magic Online, what is with your recommendation? When I have a card that's like hybrid, it's like, oh, you must play 2 green sources. But when I have a card that's literally black, it's like, nope, don't need any black sources. I think I want 1 swamp, and then with these 2, that's 3 black, which is definitely enough for the Fallen Shinobi. I really don't need much red, so this might be enough. Oh, I even get 1 more? Perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I'm gonna go up to... honestly, red I don't need that early. How much blue do I have though? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, okay. We can add 1 more red, I believe. Wait, what? Oh, I guess that is 40. It must have added an island too or something that I didn't see. But this deck looks pretty good to me. We definitely have enough snow coverage to make the Chiller Pillars good enough. And Chiller Pillars plus Thundering Djinn and Phantom Ninjas are like really good threats. We have 1, 2, 3, kind of 4, 5 removal spells, which I like. Yeah, that all seems solid to me. And then we just have a bunch of card draw. See you guys round 1. Alright, we're playing against Mike McMuffin. I'm going to keep this hand. It has a Talisman into, hopefully if we hit a land, Reign of Revelation or Exclude. Fallen Shinobi we can actually cast, so now maybe we just go turn 3 Phantom Ninja into Fallen Shinobi. It really depends on what our opponent does, but I feel like just having this in play is kind of busted. Especially if we can get some type of removal or bounce so we can just keep hitting with it. Seems kind of nice. That's okay, so blue-green, appears to be blue-green snow with a random treetop ambusher. I'm on board. Alright, would love to hit a land here. And we also don't have any snow lands or snow permanents right now, so Winter's Rest is not really a good draw. If we don't hit a land, I think I'm just going to play the Phantom Ninja, because you can play lands off of Fallen Shinobi. That is a valid play. Okay, so yeah, we're not hitting a land. We gotta get on board, so we're just gonna play this. They might have Exclude, which would be rough. Prohibit can't stop this. No, stop. No, no. Okay. Spell Snuff is acceptable. But next turn, we gotta hit a land, because that was a very obvious counterspell that they were holding up, but it's not like we can do anything if we just pass turn anyway, right? Land. Okay, island. The problem is I don't really want to trade Chiller Pillar. I think I want to hold up Exclude or Reign of Revelation, because a single mountain lets us kill the Treetop Ambusher and then all the damage stops. And 5 mana is kind of a big turn for these types of decks, because there's a lot of good things at 5. Yep. No plays, alright. I don't know what kind of hand they kept. Huh. This is weird because I kind of need both snow-covered islands for Chiller Pillar, but I should draw more. I'm just gonna discard one of these. Okay, Mountain is pretty good, because now I can, I kind of like holding up Exclude now that they have no pressure. And I'm going to main phase Lava Dart this. See what happens here. Okay, so they have no pressure. Let's just exclude them, I think. Yeah, they have 4 cards in hand and a bunch of mana. Yeah, we're going to hold up the counterspell. Sure. Pretty glad I did not go with Chiller Pillar. Right, they actually have no plays. Let's go Snow Island. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I just wait one more turn. Then I can play Chiller Pillar while holding up Exclude. And that seems pretty good. Yeah, like countering that is so much value right now. Double pillars, let's go. We kind of need to hit another snowland now, huh? Triple Chiller Pillar. Okay. Yeah, let's just 1, 2, 3, 4. Play you. Go. Future Sight. Fair enough. I did not know that was in this format, to be honest. Ayula, Queen Among Bears. I believe I just killed that with Magmatic Sinkhole. I mean, that card is pretty strong. And we can just use all of our mana this turn to get there. So, might as well. I also don't want them blocking. Target you. Exiling. I don't have any ways to get these back, I don't think. So, I don't think it matters. Alright, so we know we're going to hit lands off of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so I can attack for 4. And we get a snow-covered land too. I mean, if we hit a spell, that's even better. But this says you may play. So you can also play lands. Let's move to blocks. Ninjutsu. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, we hit 2 lands. Alright, well, we'll play snow covered. Opponent's got a lot of lands on top, and then we're going to play another Chiller Pillar, which they don't know if it's the same or a different one, but now they have to deal with Fallen Shinobi. The sad part is we cleared a pocket of lands for them, because they would have drawn a land, then played a land, and they wouldn't have had all this stuff on top. Well, Everdream's pretty bad. Ooh, we get a Chiller Pillar. Winter's Rest. No, stop! Get out of here! Alright, so that does not happen. This is unfortunate. Okay, there's a mountain. So what do we do here? I can go Winter's Rest and still play the Thundering Djinn. That seems okay. Maybe I want to Winter's Rest the Chiller Pillar, but no, that seems worse. Let's do that. Gets tapped. Play a mountain. Doesn't matter if I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Play the Jin. For 3, pass turn. Yeah, I don't know. Beating this future sight is going to be tough. Very unfortunate that we basically got them to their good cards with our Fallen Shinobi. Okay, good. Future sight whiffed. Does that gain 5? Yes. And then they play Chiller Pillar. Okay. There's our basic swamp. So I don't have any way to draw extra cards this turn. I can attack with Chiller Pillar, and then if they block with Webweaver Changeling, I can Monstrous. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I could still play another Chiller Pillar. That seems okay to me. Start with a land and attack. And Thundering Jin doing 1 to the Webweaver Changeling means that can't really block very well because we just flash back Lava Dart to finish it off. So yeah, we're going to go 1 here. In fact, why even give them the chance to block? Because if we attack like this right now, they probably just double block here. And then we just trade there, and that's not so good. So I want to Monstrous before blocks. Okay, so they do that block. Then we go Chiller Pillar. Flashback Lava Dart on that. And now they're in trouble. Vector Fiction's a good start, but the problem is if they cast it, they're kind of running out of mana. I almost want to bring in my Mill Crabs against their future sight. Just to like... There are 14 cards left, so we could just mill them out. Reap the Past. What are they hoping to hit? Choking Tethers? So I don't think it's going to show what they are, so I'm going to Snipping Tool this. That way I know what cards they've gotten. Because sometimes MTGO doesn't show you what's going on. Okay, so Reap the Past does that. So they got back... Yeah, it doesn't show me. So they have Everdream, Ayula, Pondering Mage, Choking Tethers. And... Okay, so they can cycle Choking Tethers. I mean, they hit like some good cards. Attacking with Chiller Pillar. That is bold. So their plan is to Choking Tethers my 5/5. And then next turn, I hit them for 4 plus 5 is 9. They fall to 2 life. I think it's worth taking this damage. Right? So Everdream, Ayula, Choking Tethers, Pondering Mage. Oh, Winter's Rest is pretty nice. So that can stop them from blocking. Okay, let's move to combat. They tap this. Okay, so that gets tapped, but it doesn't... I mean, it still gets to untap. Attack with both. 1 to the face. And if I Monstrous this, it just hits for 2 more. And then I cannot play another Chiller Pillar. And I kind of like just getting down more Chiller Pillars. Opponent's at 4 life. 3, 4. Play Chiller Pillar. And I kind of want to Winter's Rest their Chiller Pillar. Because if they top deck a... Wait, what happened to... Oh, right, they drew Factor Fiction. If they top deck an island, it's like the only thing that can block. Yeah, we're just going to stop that from untapping. Because one way we lose is they go Snow-Covered Land, Monstrous this, and pump it. As it currently stands, I just have a bunch of lethal threats. This is lethal, this is lethal, this is lethal, this is lethal. So, like, they got a lot of work cut out for them. And we know most of their hand, Everdream, Ayula, and Pondering Mage. And then they just drew a Pondering Mage. So it's Everdream, Ayula, Pondering Mage. They drew a Pondering Mage. And I think that's it. Yeah, okay. I was like, I don't I don't see them coming out of this. Iceberg Cankrix. Is it even necessary? It's probably not. Yeah, we're just gonna keep it the same. This deck's very good. Yeah, this hand is slow but very powerful, which seems to be the same for their deck. Plus we have kind of all the mana we would want. And if we can draw one of our 3-drops, 3-drop creatures, then we can Fallen Shinobi them on turn 4. Okay, let's play Snow-Covered Mountain. Go. Mother Bear. Okay. String of Disappearance is kind of nice. So let's go Island again. Pass turn. I kind of want to save String so that I can like either protect him or get it hit in with him. Taking 2 doesn't bother me. And we just gotta really hope they don't have a follow-up play that's particularly good. Oh, what is this? Oh, I will probably block that or bounce that. Because that sets them back so many turns. Okay, let's go snow-covered island. Yeah, I like not playing swamp because it doesn't let them know what I have in hand. Then we can pass. Okay, they go with mother bear. That's fine. An important thing to note when playing against opposing players is if they have ninjutsu, you do not want to play kill spells during combat, because let's say you like target mother bear with a lightning bolt, they can just ninjutsu in response and then you're in a lot of trouble. So if you're going to do it in combat, do it during like the begin combat or like declare attacker step. Okay, so end of step, factor fiction. Wow. Okay. Those are some cards. This seems like an odd split to me. I guess they want to overload my red mana because I can only play Thundering Djinn or the Sinkhole, but not both. Next turn I can play Hollowhead Sliver, Astrolabe, and hold up Spell Snuff. But I feel like these cards are just way better. Like the Rummaging is somewhat important, but it's pretty bad against the 2/1s. I'm just gonna choose this pile. Snow-covered island. Okay, so I kind of want to just tap out for the Djinn, and that's what we're gonna do. Because next turn I can go Reign of Revelation main phase, use the Djinn and attack to kill stuff. And they can Winter's Rest. Ooh, Savage Swipe is kind of gross. Yeah, they have Savage Swipe, plus ninjutsu. Fair enough. Okay, so they're definitely bouncing that, and they're gonna start making 1/1s. Wait, they didn't ninjutsu? That seems bad. I'm no expert, but I feel like you would like to get the combat damage value there. Very bizarre. So we're gonna go Phantom Ninja, and then we can Magmatic Sinkhole. I still don't want them to know I have black mana. I kind of want to just Sinkhole the Moonblaze Shinobi right now. It's not the scariest card, but I don't want to block it, and it does start producing a lot of value for them over time. So let's just kill it now before they can have like a pump effect or something. Although, yeah, because they know I have this card, so they're going to play around it. Then pass turn. We take 5. But we basically just got to get some good hits off Fallen Shinobi. No blocks. Pondering Mage. Yeah, we're in trouble. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if we miss on Fallen Shinobi, we do die. Oh, we can see if they put on top or not. Chose to not shuffle. That means they gotta have good cards on top. So we're definitely gonna go for this. Swamp, attack. No blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ninjutsu. Alright, what do you put on top? No! Oh, alright, we're gonna start with Scour All Possibilities here. This one on the bottom, I can just cast a Chiller Pillar? Oh, this is bad. This is bad. What can I do that's better than Chiller Pillar, though? I don't know if there is much, so I'm gonna put that on top. Cast Talisman. Cast Chiller Pillar. Winter's Rest actually just kills us. But I think this was still worth going for. We knew the top 2 cards of their library were good. And we're gonna lose by not doing this. So this at least gives us a way to win like the late game. We take 6 if we block the Treetop Ambusher. But next turn we can go Phantom Ninja plus Monstrous the Chiller Pillar. And that's not nothing. We'll see what they pump. I think the best play is Treetop Ambusher pump itself, yeah. Then I can block here. They make 2 creatures, so they have 4. We fall to 2 life. So again, if we do this, we're dead. I think blocking here is probably better. We only take 5 this way as well. We just gotta draw something. Okay. Oh no, they have the counter spell too. So attacking is the same as blocking, so we might as well get in. And then we can go Phantom Ninja with Prohibit kicked up. They're probably going to try and counter this. Problem is this is just chump blocking. I feel like Reign of Revelation into Winter's Rest is just better for us. So I'm going to do that. Okay, discard an island. A mountain. Problem is this puts us dead on board too. I think it was worth going for Winter's Rest, but now we're just dead to their counter spell, which they definitely have. Yeah, and this is only CMC 2 or less, and this is only creature spell, so none of these can counter it, and then they just kill us. Alright. Well, we have game 3 to look forward to. Their mana looks sketchy, so I think just being aggressive is still a good idea. Don't really have any way to target Ikite, so I'm just gonna run it back. This Shinobi has been excellent. Going first for sure. Okay. I mean, double Winter's Rest plus Pyrophobia. This is kind of the cards we were looking for last game. As long as we hit lands, we should be okay. Here we go. Play Island. Doesn't really matter. And now, what is the best possible draw? Exclude? Then I could just keep passing turn with Exclude up. Seems kind of good to me. Okay, they have Talisman. That's fine. Alright, deck. Give us an Exclude. Also a way to deal with Future Sight. That is kind of both. I really want to save Spell Snuff for Future Sight because that card is kind of unbeatable. That being said, we did beat it, but you know what I mean. Mother Bear. That's fine. Treetop Ambusher. Okay. So if they draw exactly blue mana, let's just kill both their creatures. We're gonna Pyrophobia this, and then Winter's Rest the Mother Bear. And then they have one turn to resolve, well, top deck an island and resolve Future Sight before we just have everything covered. Chiller Pillar, sure. Thundering Djinn. Alright, I take it back. They have more than one turn to resolve Future Sight. It's kind of scary, because any turn they could just get us. But us developing our board seems pretty relevant. So they could hit us with the ninjutsu. I'm just going to block. I don't want the ninja making tokens and stuff. We have a bunch of Chiller Pillars, so it's kind of our least valuable. Yeah, look at that. Playing around the dude. Mountain. Yeah. Got one turn. I've said that like 3 turns in a row. But it's kind of true. Like, if they can't deal with this, what do they even do? Oh, the same... Oh, that's so good. Man, that's brutal. Savage Swipe is a great card. They spent 1 mana to kill my 5-drop. Lesser Masticore, discarding a card. I'm not that worried about that card. Doing 1 damage to my creatures isn't that bad. Hollowhead Sliver. So I believe I should Winter's Rest the Shinobi. And the problem with holding up Spell Snuff this turn is there's a lot. Again, they would have to top deck exactly a blue, which their deck has a lot of different manas. So we're just going to Winter's Rest that, get down the Sliver, set up our mana for the future turns. And then hopefully this can counter something like super relevant later on. Because right now we're getting hit for 3. That's not so bad. We're going to be rummaging, so all the cards we're going to draw are going to be relevant. We just have to make sure that they don't get to pay the String of Disappearance kicker, whatever that is. No. No. Okay. So they don't have Future Sight. Island. Kind of want to discard that. I guess the Talisman could be a good draw, but it's not a snow-covered island. Yeah, let's just main phase loot this away. Phantom Ninja. That's a good one, but I think at this point I kind of have to hold up Counterspell. So we're just going to pass. Like, if this is Factor Fiction, I'm going to be pretty happy I have a Counterspell for it. Nothing. Okay. Good plays by the opponent. Attacking before doing anything. Ayla Queen Among Bears. That's going to get scary as soon as they make bears, but that's okay. Playing around String of Disappearance quite beautifully, I will say. Island. So I think I want to play Island because that lets me play Phantom Ninja. And we can pass turn and see what happens. Interesting. I feel like these blocks seem okay to me. Although they don't really have that many bears. I think I saw 1 mother bear. So killing a lesser Manticore comes down as a persist. No, I'm just going to kill the 2/2. Marasa Behemoth. So it's just a 5-mana 5/5. I can bounce the flying 1/1, but I'm actually not that worried about that anymore. I used both Winter's Rests. I could draw Exclude. So just discarding String of Disappearances and trying to draw Exclude could be a good idea. Snow-covered island. Alright, so I have something to loot away. I have to use Spell Stuff on this because it will kill me. As unfortunate as it is. But if their last card is Future Sight or something, props to them. Yeah, of course. Now we draw Exclude. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I have to play this because Chiller Pillars. So let's just play this and then pass turn. And really hope they don't top a Future Sight or something. No, stop. This better be a Chiller Pillar. It's not a Future Sight. Okay, that's fine. That's actually kind of perfect. Man, Exclude is a good card. So, I think I'd take this and fall to 5. This only hits creatures. If I top deck the Ninja, then I can actually hit them. Or Exclude. That makes me feel pretty good too. Let's use the blue here to Astrolabe. This gives me the black mana that I need. Island, okay. So I can discard that to the Sliver. And we're just going to pass. I might just block the Masticore here, keep my life total above 3. Yep. 2 cards bottom is good. Alright, I want to see a Chiller Pillar. Or basically any creature that costs a lot of mana. This artwork is kind of awesome. Also the flavor text, I don't have time for you right now. I love it. Yeah, so we're definitely going to block here. We just gotta hope to hit something good. I just think going to 3 is so scary. Big creature. Big creature. You got me. Okay. Also, if we didn't block there, they could just double ping with their Masticore and then just kill us. So we just gotta stop drawing lands. How many have we drawn? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So about what you would expect. Alright, deck. Something good. Swamp? That is a card. All right, we got 1 turn. Creature. Always start with attack. Good place. No, that's exactly what I did not want to see. All right. Got a feature site. Yeah, this is... We're at 2 life with 2 cards in hand staring down a future site. I think that's going to be problematic. All right, deck. We need to draw something very good. That's pretty good. 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Main phase. Somewhat of an odd split. So they have 1 card in hand. I think I know what it is. I don't remember if I know. They're gonna draw Everdream. It is weird that they put Shinobi with the lands, so if I wanted I could take Shinobi plus lands. But I feel like Reign of Revelation can draw us into answers, and then Chiller Pillar Monstrosity can block the 1/1. So this gives us outs to our immediate problems. And let's just play the Chiller Pillar. And I will play the Swamp. It's definitely possible we need to use all of our mana. Okay, so they whiffed on that. I guess they can Evernote or whatever to draw 1. Oh, that was their last card? Didn't even matter. Alright, if they don't attack, we can maybe get there. But this was kind of a brutal game. We just flooded a bit. Well, not really. We drew our whole deck. I think the deciding turn was when our opponent got to Savage Swipe our Thundering Djinn. Yeah, that was kind of it. Anyway, that was a pretty sweet round 1. I think our deck is good, just unfortunate like way in which we drew our cards, right? We drew Spell Snuff to counter a creature instead of Exclude earlier on and stuff like that. But see you guys round 2. Alright, going first. Better draws. Good draws. Let's do it. Yeah, this hand's actually really good. We needed a mountain for Thundering Djinn, but we got the Phantom Ninja plus Talisman means we can get the Ninjutsu guy online. And then Winter's Rest is removal. And a Swamp was not the best draw, but better than... I mean, it's good to draw a land, because we need 5. When it leaves the battlefield, put it into their hand. You know what would be really sweet? Is if this card could, like, tap to bounce itself. That would be some... Like, as a rare, you play 2 mana 2/1 that impulses, and then you can either attack with it or bounce it to keep drawing. I'd like that design. Okay, let's go Island. Hold up, play Phantom Ninja. Go ahead. So Winter's Rest is a good way to stop Watcher from Tomorrow from getting them the card. But, I mean, we can just kill it with Thundering Djinn. Oh, I guess the main combo with this guy is Ninjutsu. Yeah, hopefully they don't have a ninja. If I had seen more of their deck and known they had ninjas, I definitely would just block here. But because I have not seen their deck and I'm like, it's likely they have ninjas, but I'm not certain. Maybe I still should have just blocked. It just seems so bad if they don't have ninjutsu, right? Because we're sacrificing our guy. Plus we have ninjutsu that we want to draw. That being said, we're kind of just losing now because this makes 1/1 flyers, but... Ugh, that's a lot. Okay, so let's Winter's Rest this guy. Play a Island. And hit for 2. And I guess it's a race we got. I'm not going to Spell Snuff the 2/1. The kind of brutal part about ninjutsu is it's a ability, not a spell. So you can't like use a counter spell on it. So that makes counter spells quite a bit worse in this format. Because if you don't counter their like 1-drop, then they just put this into play. That's kind of bad. They could ninjutsu an illusion too. Okay. Yeah, I let that happen. I'm just gonna save my counter spells for bigger mana plays. Yep. Alright, deck. Okay, deck. I mean, we keep attacking because I don't think blocking is a very good strategy against those creatures, but we're definitely losing the race right now. I want to play Swamp because this is a lot of islands, but we might just get destroyed by ninjutsu on Watcher for tomorrow. Yeah, so if we had just blocked Watcher to begin with, this would have been avoided. So in the future, I think I'm going to do that. But this is how you learn the format, right? Reign of Revelation main phase. I'm kind of okay with that. I just want to spell snuff things that like directly impact the board. I feel like now I have to Phantom Ninja their Watcher just to stem the bleeding. If I was taking 6 and falling to 5, then maybe, but blocking here buys me a lot of time. Block here. It's unfortunate they get the extra card, but I just can't afford to take all this damage. Ugh. Ugh. Okay, okay. I concede. So that's 4 damage, I fall to 7. Ugh. Well, if we resolve a Thundering Djinn... Actually, yeah, if we top deck a mountain, we can go Thundering Djinn plus hold up Spell Snuff. Our opponent has 7 cards in hand. They're gonna play a Goblin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, and they bounce their own. Man, the deck looks good. The problem is that means they probably have more Mana Wars. Mountain. Nope. Alright. Weird. We hit a bunch of black mana. We have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess we only have 6 red sources, so that's not impossible. I kind of like the Kankrixes against all of their 3/2s. It seems better than like Hollowhead Sliver. I like the Sinkhole, and Kankrixes can attack, so we can get him with Fallen Shinobi. And then Spell Snuff seems kind of bad against their deck. They just have a lot of like 2-drops. I like Exclude though because it draws us a card. So that's going to be our sideboarding. Alright, better draw. Let's go first. Yeah, this one's okay. We got the Kankrix. If we draw another land, we got Chiller Pillar, Winter's Rest, and we have all of our colors finally. So let's do it. Okay, let's go with another island. Play this. I kind of want to hold this snow-covered mountain for as long as possible because we could draw another Kankrix. It has no plays. Ooh, I do like this Phantom Ninja. Go ahead. Next turn we Chiller Pillar, which gets to mill them for 2. Look at this big boy. We sacrifice a creature. Honestly, I feel like the Kankrix is better than Phantom Ninja here, as weird as that sounds. But they weren't that scared about the Kankrix before. What is better, a 2/2 unblockable or an 0/4? I feel like the 0/4 I kind of like more. Weird that they would give me the choice, but this just blocks like all the creatures I saw, whereas this just trades at best. It's particularly bad against like the 2/2 persist or the 2/1. That's kind of a problem. But I feel like that's probably just what Winter's Rest is for. Winter's Rest is pretty bad against an opponent running Mana Wars. Ooh. But we can do this. Kankrix. Mill. Oh man. Maybe I should just be running the crabs. And then we go Snow-Covered Mountain. Mill for 4. Okay. Yes, I will. And then Winter's Rest. Tapping that. Mill. How much did I just mill them for this turn? Also, our opponent has 1 time left. 1 time unit. What is going on there? They now have 22 time left. Okay. That was weird. We just milled them for, let's see. 1, 2, plus 4, plus 4. We milled them for 10 in 1 turn. Just incidentally, like, nothing special happened there. Alright, these crabby boys are pretty solid. Okay. That's pretty good in the ninja deck. Now their Mana War is like kind of bad against these. Gotta go with Thundering Djinn here. It's just so mana efficient. They could counter it. Exclude would be disgusting. But if they don't, then we're in goal. In the gold, in the clear. We're golden. One of those. Someone also pointed out that this is a block of ice with a fish. To me, it looks like the cover of Oblivion. Like, he's got the blue outside casing, and then that's like the Elder Scrolls symbol or whatever. And he's like looking for PS4 or PS3, I guess, on like Antarctica or wherever he is. That's what I'm interpreting. It just looks way too smooth to be a block of ice with fish. Okay, so they have a 2-3 they can make into a 3-4, which they probably do. But that cannot block the Thundering Djinn. Oh, I need to look at their deck, I guess. Ninja of the New Moon, just a 6-3. So they're kind of fully in on ninjas. That's good to know. Next turn we get to mill them for 4, and we have 6 snow-covered lands in our deck. Yeah, maybe 2 crabs is enough to get there. Island. Okay. 2, 3, 4. Play Chiller Pillar. Mill you. Mill you. We hit a bunch of lands, which is kind of unfortunate. I kind of want to hold this island because we have some looting and rummaging. I don't think attacking with Thundering Djinn is particularly beneficial because they have so many ninjutsu cards. And if they go Mana War my Thundering Djinn, then they have much less mana to like use ninjutsu. Alright. That is fair. So we get either hit by this just for 4 or ninjutsu. Both aren't the end of the world because the guy that makes 1/1s, we can just attack and kill the 1/1. And then they have to spend more mana to recast this, so it's just really slow. Yeah, we take 4. That's fine. Because now any snow land we can Chiller Pillar. So let's make zombies. And then they can ping us for 2. Basically forever because we've been milling them. Alright, deck. Give us a snow land. And I think it actually is worth it killing this. So I can attack and swing, ping this for 1. I think it's worth doing that because this is going to keep hitting us for 2 anyway. Mountain was like pretty bad. Yeah, because we hit them for 6, they hit us for 5. Sure. This gets bigger, obviously, but that makes it even worse for them to ninjutsu. And I'm just going to play the mountain. Yeah, this requires 2 snow, which I do not have, right? Yeah, because these don't add snow mana. Yeah, I think I've also been pretty impressed with this card overall. Just such a big flyer, and it can gain haste to like sneak in some extra damage. Is this a ninja? It's a zombie bird. Come on, deck. Card draw. Prohibit. That's so bad. And I don't have mana for the Chiller Pillar. None of this is good. Take 5 next turn. I can attack here and hit them for 1. That pings them for 4. I don't really want to trade away my Chiller Pillar, but this does threaten a 2-turn clock if they don't block. And let's see, if I hit him for 4 this turn, next turn I hit him for 4 plus 5 is 9. Wait, I hit him for 4, they fall to 10. Wow, I can put him to 1 next turn with a Chiller Pillar monstrosity, but not 0. So I think I do attack. If they don't block, then we can threaten lethal. And we have 2 Winter's Rest, or 1 Winter's Rest, and a bounce spell to deal with that. They have 1 card in hand and we have Prohibit to stop it. Okay. And given that, I kind of want to play this island because it's totally possible we like, I don't know, draw a card into Chiller Pillar Monstrous or something like that. So the Cankrix Mill did nothing, which is kind of common. If they misread this card, they could swing out. Okay, well now a Kill Spell and Throat Seeker is kind of lethal. Unless they put in the 6 power ninja. Just gain 7 out of nowhere. Yep. So now they have a 7/4 flying lifelink. And the creature they returned is actually expensive enough that I can't counter it. Ugh. Yep, that was a good last card. Alright, deck. We need something, like Factor Fiction, a Kill Spell. Oh, we have something you can counter. No, they're just ninjutsuing again. Alright, so if we don't draw something, we're just dead in the air. So we have to draw something. Come on! Ugh. That's so frustrating. Because that hits us for 7, they play the bird and sacrifice it. I guess I can attack with Chiller Pillar and maybe they take it. Or maybe they block it and then they can't exploit the bird to give it haste. Oh. Okay. Mob. Wow. Their hand was really, really good. That's dead. We have no counter spells. We take 7. Alright, on to round 3. See you guys there. Alright, deck. I believe. This is on the draw, right? This is on the draw. I believe. We got castable spells. We have the snow lands for our Chiller Pillars. We got Winter's Rests. I mean, this hand has basically 4 hard removal spells. So that's gotta be good, right? And exclude. Alright, we just need to hit a land now. It's so frustrating seeing this much snow covered stuff after last game where we just had none. Okay. Land off the top, please. We actually have to discard if we don't draw land. Come on, deck. Okay, okay. It's not a land, but it is significant. No, they have a counterspell. No. How did they? That's in general such a bad play normally. I guess I gotta draw land again. Okay, we're good. No, no. Oh, this deck hates me. This deck hates me so much. In general, we're gonna be pretty happy that our opponent just fired off Spell Snuff on our Talisman because they spent 3 mana to counter a 2-drop that doesn't do very much, and we can exclude this, so now we can hopefully hit land drops. So, like, I think in general that's a terrible play. It just puts you so far behind on cards and stuff. Maybe it could have worked out for them if they, you know, got us off lands, but that's like vindicating a land, right? Very rarely is vindicating a land good unless you have a bunch of pressure. Because you could just save like Spell Snuff to counter my Chiller Pillar, and then I don't have a 3/3 in play. There, yeah, so now they're using their premium removal spell on my Chiller Pillar. And now I just get to play another one. Ooh. Thundering Djinn coming down soon. I like playing these over Hollowhead Sliver because if we draw land, we can go like Sliver into a removal spell or something. What is this? It's a 3/3. Okay. Yeah, so now if we draw land like that, I like going Sliver, killing the Shapeshifter, and then hitting for 3. You got the Slug, sure. Okay, Manticore is still quite a bit away from actually pinging one of my creatures down. Lava Dart. Well, Hollowhead Sliver plus Thundering Djinn is kind of gross, so let's just do that. I don't want to attack with a Chiller Pillar. It just gets double blocked. So we'll just pass. Probably going to discard the Lava Dart, because we can cast it from the graveyard. Oh, Tribute Mage Lesser Masticore is like a good combo, I guess. Amorphous Axe. It's a 5-mana big boy. Or 5-power big boy. So, we have 3 cards in hand. Yeah, I think just discarding this Lava Dart is a good idea. Or the Phantom Ninja? Yeah, actually the Phantom Ninja. Because Thundering Djinn can just destroy their creatures. So, let's go ahead and loot away this mountain. Oof, that's gross. Okay, let's attack. Kill the Lesser Masticore. And then I kind of like main phase Foth because we can hit lands and then play them. Yeah, and String of Disappearances seems kind of good. Better than Lava Dart, I think. Yeah, main phase Foth. Lands versus Astrolabe, Phantom Ninja. I think Chiller Pillar is just like pretty solid. It's about to become a 5/5 duder. And opponent can spend basically their whole turn equipping this to the Slug, but then we just bounce the Slug. Mob the Djinn. Let's save it. Because that with the Sliver, we can just keep pinging down all their creatures. And they only have 1 good attack and it's only for 2 damage. Okay, so let's go with, I guess I play land here. Island, play the Djinn. And I'm just going to go ahead and Winter's Rest the Gluttonous Slug. That's the most obvious target for Amorphous Axe. And then pass turn. Yep. I will gladly take 5 damage. So let's loot away this island. Prohibit. Given their mana, I'm kind of okay with Prohibit. Let's rummage away this land again. Okay, then we can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I like going Lava Dart here. Just get that out of the way. And then let's just play a Chiller Pillar. And then we can hold up Prohibit without Kicker, but that's okay. This kills their Trophy Mage or whatever this card is. And they're dead next turn to like basically all of my creatures. Seems good. Got it. Okay. Don't really have any sideboarding. Let's just run it. Yeah, another good hand. It's got all our colors. It's got some removal. It's got a Chiller Pillar. Turn 3 off this Talisman. And it has all the snow. So we're going to lead on Lava Dart. There are some X1s I guess we would want to kill. Ooh. That's one of my favorite cards from this set, by the way. It seems exceptional and limited. We want to play Islands because we have Spell Snuff. Although, we're probably going to play Chiller Pillar before we Snuff. Opponent got double black. Okay, that is a card. That card's pretty solid. But we're just going to play something that blocks all of them. And then if they want to spend 4 mana every turn to make a 2/2, like, we have a 3/3 in play. And I didn't see much... The main reason to play this card is if you have, like, creature synergies or like creature type synergies because they're changeling. So like making a 2/2 sliver every turn is very good. Making just like a generic 2/2, I'm not in love with. Play more snow covered islands, I guess. And I don't really want to attack. We can monstrous this next turn, so we're just gonna pass. Hopefully they play something big we can spell snuff. Nope, they're just making dudes. Okay. Wow, that is a lot of land, my good sir. So we just pass. They make a 2/2. Oh, discard 3 cards, or draw 3 then discard. That's acceptable. Again, I just want to counter stuff that impacts the board, and we have a pretty good fallback, so there's no reason to just run this out because, yeah, like if they're discarding Phantom Ninja, they could have just they could have just fetched an island with the Prismatic Vista, because we saw at least 1 double blue card from them. But let's just look how beautiful that artwork is. This card is probably my favorite card from the set. I think I said that before, but it's just amazing. Amorphous Axe. Oh, that's kind of actually a pretty good target for Spell Snuff. In general, this wouldn't be that bad, but with the Birthing Bows, that makes everything attack through Chiller Pillar. So I actually will counter that. Because their deck seems to have like a bunch of ragtag creatures. Oh, look at this. We can discard Lava Dart and Island, I think. So if we really, really want to kill the Smoke Shaper, we can exile our Lava Dart. That actually seems fine. I'm just going to get rid of this. So now it's a Chiller Pillar versus the world. Literally versus the world. Hit for 5. Well, they're dead in 3 or 4 turns, so we're going to play 1 land because we have Factor Fiction. We've flooded kind of a lot here, but that's okay. Ooh. Chiller Pillar versus the world not looking so good right now. Ooh, Fallen Shinobi versus the world though. That's a battle I'm down for. Keeping this in hand because we have our own Rain of Revelation and the Rummaging Sliver. Okay, so we need a top deck. Oh, we exiled our Lava Dart. No! Oh, that would have been so good here. Oh, that's good. Let's bounce the zombie. Actually, I want them to double block, so we attack. There we go. So Fallen Shinobi just ate their guy, and they discarded a Tribute Mage, which means they probably have the 2-drop in hand. Because Tribute Mage for the 2/2 persist seems pretty good to me. Return from Extinction, getting him back. Alright, we're just running this thread again. Yep. Do they have any zombies? Human Wizard. Illusion Ninja. Like, yeah, I guess they had nothing that shared creature types. Alright, deck. Well, Factor Fiction would be kind of nice. This is a lot of land. Well, I have no good attacks now. Still playing land because FOF, but keeping 1 to discard. We're basically at the point now where we could play and immediately activate a Chiller Pillar. They have double Wart Eye Witches. Okay. I'll take it. Phantom Ninja. Go ahead. Really, really glad I countered that Axe. Everdream. Yeah, that card seems particularly bad in their deck. But they're gonna go wide very fast, so we need to draw some Chiller Pillars or something. Winter's Rest. The problem is that's not even that good. I guess maybe we tap down the Rank Officer because they can hit us for like a bunch of damage. Alright, I'm okay with that. Yeah, because if they just use this every turn to make us lose 2 life. And yeah, saving our life total seems good when they're gonna just make a bunch of 2/2s. Alright, deck. Wow. Another good draw. Pretty glad I kept back Phantom Ninja. I'll block one of these Ward Eye Witches. But we really need to draw out of this somehow. Oh, how did they scry? Bottom, bottom. Yeah, it's like they drew 2 cards. That's pretty rough. Alright, spell. There we go. And we don't have any black spells left. So main phase off, hit some action. They have no cards in hand. Wow, that is some action. Exclude's looking worse. Thundering Djinn's looking pretty good, but I actually can cast him this turn. So they have no cards in hand, but they did not give us Thundering Djinn plus Hollowhead Sliver. So we need another way to draw cards for the Djinn to actually be good. If we get Pyrophobia, we use that, kill the Ward Eye Witch. They still have a bunch of 2/2s that they can make, so I'm just going to take the Djinn, I think. And they, again, they can top deck this turn, but we saw them put bottom bottom, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so they don't know that they're drawing an answer to this. Exclude is looking kind of iffy though, because they don't even need to play creature spells this like for the rest of the game. Montanius. Kind of gonna keep that for Reign of Revelation. So what does the clock look like? Pretty bad. Okay. I just had to ask. Yeah, it would take 9 damage if I attacked, so I'd be trading 3 for 9. That seems not good. Wow, they just ran it out there. That's a good draw. Now we're getting somewhere. Ooh, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Play Djinn. They have no cards. In fact, their attacks look pretty bad. So I'm gonna hold Winter's Rest in case they draw something scarier. Because right now the Witch isn't that threatening. I mean, I have 2 of these, so if I can draw an extra card 1 turn, they lose their whole board. Okay. So I can kill the Witch, hit them for 6, and then Winter's Rest a zombie, and then we take 8 off the shapeshifters. And then we have lethal next turn. Okay, I'm on board with this. So they get to scry, yeah, because this is 6, so they fall to 8, and then we just point the 1 damage at their face. Next turn, not this turn. Then we Winter's Rest, the Changeling, and play land. Alright, dead on board. You make a Changeling, you can hit us for 8. If they can pump a creature with 4 extra damage, that's okay. But I can't imagine they can. It's a good start. Wow. We're gonna go... You can have 2 islands or Mindrake Swamp. That was a pretty bad FOF hit, I will say. So they're gonna Mindrake my mountain away. So they have Swamp, Mindrake, 1 unknown. Okay. Yeah, let's just go for lethal. Face. Hey, we got there. We won. All right. See you guys next time.